Alright guys, we're going to be talking about some pasture care or lawn care or grass care. If you want to be growing grass and not weeds, you're going to want to watch this video. And we're talking about different spraying tools, different chemicals, and different sprays. So if you're going to want to know how to grow good grass and not weeds, continue to watch this video. All right, so first we've got different kind of spraying bottles. Here's one that it's like a backpack. You put this thing on, you carry it around, and you mix up your chemical in here and you spray it right there. And then we've also got the ones that are kind of just handheld size, which I'm probably about to go use, and they're in my garage, not my shed. We've also got something, it's kind of a step up here. Spray this. It's got it can come, you can pull this with your hands, or maybe you could hook it up to like a four-wheeler and turn this thing on, and then it sprays everything behind it. And it also has a little handheld sprayer right here. Okay. And then let's go over to the big sprayer, which is on the tractor. All right, if you have one of these, you probably don't need to you don't need probably any help. You probably know what you're doing on spraying if you got one of these. I mean, this thing right here, it's got, hook it up right here. All right, and it's got hooked up right there. Hooked right there. It's hooked in like several different spots. All right, and then when you use this thing has also got a big handle right there. So if you're riding around in the tractor and you're spraying and there's like a bunch of weeds along inside some fence, you can just grab back here, grab your boom, and then be spraying stuff while you've got this going on back here. All right. These turn the water or your chemical on and off. So if you want the boom on, you flip this one on, and then if you don't want it on, you flip it off. This one, the middle one, goes to this big sprayer. All right, this sprayer right here, it goes to this whole thing here in the back. Cool thing about this too is that you got this right here. So if you're spraying this up, if you're spraying this along a fence line, see, we bring this thing out like this, okay? And this thing extends all the way out, and then you're spraying everything. So it's got a little lever right here. You can turn this thing right here on and off. So if you're spraying up along the fence line, it can be spraying the fence line. Instead of it just coming right out here and stopping, if you're driving up the fence, it can be spraying everything along the fence. So, all right, now let's talk about some different things you want to use when you're spraying. All right, now I'm here in the Midwest, so what we use might be a little bit different than what someone's using in other places, because there's different types of grasses, different types of weeds. All right, so that Top Surf by Winfield, it's a surfactant, so that just helps whatever you're spraying to stick to the leaves better. And this right here, Framework, this is a pre-emergent. So if you're spraying anything that has, well, if you're spraying, you want to be spraying this in like February and March. So what a pre-emergent does is it stops, if it's a seed and it hasn't grown yet, that's what pre-emergent is. It's supposed to kill weeds early, before they start growing. So you spray that before your grass and everything starts growing. All right, we've also got this right here. We got this at Tractor Supply, so it's a 2,4-D weed killer. Economic weed control for home, farm, ranch. It's good for pastures, rangelands, lawns, corn, and some wheat. All right, this is Roundup. And the active ingredients, it's glyphosate, which basically means that's Roundup, and that will kill everything that you spray it on. Here's another bottle of 2,4-D. All right, so, but you want to spray stuff while the weeds are not, you'll be spraying it like in spring. You can mix up, like in February, March, we could put some surfactant in, pre-emergent, 2,4-D weed killer. Roundup makes, if you kill everything, like the Roundup makes you kill everything, and then it grows Bermuda. I mean, if you spray all these things together, here like the Midwest, we're in Oklahoma, and you kill everything, no weeds, and then Bermuda starts growing late. You know, it doesn't grow as early as some of these fake grasses that grow early. So, all right, and then say we got like one of these little sprayers right here, and I'm just gonna be walking around and put some just 2,4-D. What the 2,4-D does, that only kills weeds. All right, just 2,4-D, unless it's so hot. All right, and some things you also want to know about this is that you don't want to be spraying stuff if it has animals on it. We keep our stuff off after but this is basically poison. It's weed killer, so you don't want to be having your animals eat the grass that you sprayed. So, and if for sure, if your animals are lactating or pregnant or nursing, don't want to be eating grass that has had poison sprayed on it. So what we're going to be using today is I'm going to be mixing up a bottle of, so this is it's concentrate. So we're going to mix up some water with some of this in a bottle. We're going to go around and spray all of our weeds. And this will not, if it's too hot, then the grass could damage the grass if you spray so late. Like it's July and it's so hot, it's not an ideal time to spray. So I'm gonna mix up a bottle and just kind of go spray on some individual weeds or just where all the weeds are at. But if you spray this earlier, you want to have all your spraying done before things really start growing. So yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go mix up some of this and get on with it. All right, let me show you where we've been feeding some hay, and this hay brought in some weeds, like right here. And all around this hay spot, it's been growing some weeds from the seeds that this hay has been bringing in. So I'm gonna go mix up a spray bottle of some 2,4-D, and I'm just gonna spray all these weeds right here. It's kind of got pretty bad. So, all right, so here's the kind of spray bottle that I'm gonna be using, and I'm just gonna mix on here. In here, there's mixing instructions. I don't know how much you're doing, so you're gonna have to read this and then find out how much you're mixing up. Mix it up and then go spray.